So I'll let you in on a little secret. As much as I like talking about television and how much I watch things like animation, live action, anime, all that kind of stuff, I've never watched JJK. I mean, I've seen maybe 2 episodes of it, but I just got distracted with other shows. And now, a quick fact about me is I'm in high school, and I have a lot of friends apparently. I don't know why. But 2 of those friends are my friends, David and MK. Now, they're both big anime fans, but they are also big JJK fans. And what happened recently is I gave them my phone and let them record a almost 15-minute explanation on JJK and the first season. And I thought it'd be funny enough to show it to y'all. And the rest of this video is mostly them. I tune in maybe 2 times. This is it for me. Can I just say though, next video is about Blue Beetle, the movie, and how beautiful family is in that movie. But hopefully that'll come out soon. So I'll see y'all next time. Peace. I need to add one more thing, but the audio is actually egregious, so please bear with the background noise. Okay, bye.
Okay.
How do we start season 1?
Okay, season 1. We start with Yuji, right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, it's Yuji, he's living his life,
His grandpa's in the hospital.
His grandpa's in the hospital, he's just there, and then his friends drag him along to, some ritual because they found his finger.
The finger. Oh my God.
And literally, it was Sukuna's finger.
And because they knew, there was supernatural stuff.
Yeah, there was supernatural stuff. And at the school, there was an attack. A curse came in there because Sukuna's finger, since it's so strong and it's special grade, it's like a magnet and it attracts all the curses. And basically because of that, because Itadori's friends were there, basically they were not yet. Basically his friends were in danger because they were with the finger and they were exploring it. Yeah. And because of that, a curse came in and Megumi had to come in, to stop it, and Itadori was there too.
Can we also mention how Megumi probably sensed the finger on Yuji when he saw him, or couldn't figure out?
He literally couldn't figure it out at first.
He was like, something's wrong with this kid. He felt cursed energy.
And since Yuji was about to die, basically it was either he had a chance to either become the vessel or he died if he ate the finger.
And he ate the finger.
And he
magically became the vessel.
And he became the vessel for Sukuna. And at that moment, Sukuna was reborn in Yuji.
Sukuna was gonna be reborn anyway, but he practically got reborn with this twin. Cause this is a little ahead. But
in the story, we'll explain why. Yeah. Furthermore, in the manga, it explains why. Basically, what? And then Gojo comes along, sees Sukuna reborn. He decides to toy around with him a bit. Honestly. That happens. And then
he wins.
Yeah, obviously. Yuji's back to normal.
Yeah, for now at least.
For now at least, yeah. And then basically Sukuna.
I'm just gonna be so much.
Yeah, it's alright. Gojo's like, hey, Yuji, come to, Jujutsu High. Yeah. We're gonna recruit. Basically, Yuji gets recruited by Gojo, taken under, because that's his mentor now. Yeah, because he's basically a student.
Gojo was like, either I kill you now, or we wait till you become strong enough to kill you.
Yeah, so basically the plot is that Yuji eats all 20 fingers and then they kill Yuji. Yeah. That way Sukuna can't be reborn. Can't be reborn ever again.
It's also because the higher-ups of the Jujutsu world wanted to kill Yuji at first because they know once Sukuna's reborn, it's going to be a whole big problem. Yep. Which did happen because Jujutsu Kaisen has no filler, which is
barely any filler.
Honestly.
No filler at all. There's only small little filler episodes at the end. At the end. Honestly. At the end of the episodes there's a tiny little 1 minute filler. Yeah. But that's about it. There's barely any filler. Yeah, Jujutsu clips. Juju Stroll? Yeah, it was that. But yeah, it was fun. Anyways, they go on a bunch of adventures. They train, they fight curses, There's a bunch of arcs, where they meet the other students, Todo, students, Maki and all that. All the other curses.
Yuji, there's one important episode-ish where there's a special grade curse and they send Yuji's team to go fight them.
Yep.
But they never told them it was going to be a special grade, but they knew.
Yeah.
Because they were hoping Yuji dies on that mission, which is really messed up.
Yup.
Because Gojo has enough power to kill all of them. They're just so happy Gojo's like doing alright.
How is it coming along?
So, they're pretty good, actually.
How are you?
So, we're like at an important episode in season 1-ish.
Yep.
So then they fight. They Yuji starts fighting the special grade, and he remembers like what Gojo taught him. So he uses a technique called Black Flash, though at this point it's not strong enough because he's still getting used to curse energy. But fun fact: Yuji will become the best Black Flash user in all of Jujutsu Kaisen.
But we'll get to that one later.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, once he fights the special grade, he can't really do it. His arm gets slashed off.
He practically dies, but Sukuna takes
But
over
thanks
his body.
to Sukuna, he's like, you know,
Regenerates,
and
he
Sukuna.
easily kills him with like a snap
Because
of
the
his finger.
special grade is scared of Sukuna. Like, very scared of him because he is the king of curses.
And the reason why the special grade was able to become special grade is because he had Sukuna's second finger. So Sukuna killed him, ate his finger, and Yuji was just pretending to. Because I forgot, they made like a pact that after a minute, Sukuna would do everything under a minute that he needs to do, not kill his friends, and then he will go back. But Yuji decides not to do anything. So so Sukuna decides to go find Megumi, starts like playing with this guy, like toying with him, and Megumi's trying to summon Maharaga for the second time. And he's like failing, so he's just struggling. Sukuna decides to rips out Yuji's heart, be like, if you don't fight me, Yuji will die. So they fight. I forgot how Yuji takes over back his body,
But his heart's already ripped out by then,
Yeah.
so he just dies on the spot.
sadly.
But he's revived.
He's revived because of Gojo's other teammate when Gojo was still like a junior. Yeah.
Shoko revived him.
So he gets revived. They have Sukuna's third finger there somehow. They feed it to him
Sure.
there. He starts fighting the curse and then regains his senses. And they realize that Yuji, as a vessel, is really strong because, at least at this point, he's able to control Sukuna. How many fingers does it take for Yuji to lose control, though?
Just one itself. Because one, and then he just...
I mean, like, before he, like... It was like, how many fingers did he have before he couldn't turn back?
In the Shibuya arc, it was like Jogo gave him like 10. And then like he was out for like a while.
Yuji was not... He was there in his body watching all of this stuff happen.
Yeah, he watched it all happen too.
And he saw multiple...
Spoilers.
Oh yeah, we were like skipping so much, but there's a girl named Nobara.
Yep.
So, because this is kind of like Naruto, so she's the girl, but she's actually useful, unlike Sakura.
Yo,
So she is though.
it's crazy. Basically, then the special grades come along. You know,
There's Mahito.
there's Mahito, Jogo, and Hanami.
I joined on my.
Yeah, I forgot the squid name.
Oh, there's
Yeah,
more. Never
that's not
mind.
until season 2. But basically, they fight. No,
There's too much to explain.
It's a lot. Trust me.
Alright, fine. Just season 1.
It's 24 episodes, like for each
just season
season.
1.
So basically,
We've dabbled in season 2, so we're just gonna we're gonna finish soon. Actually,
I was gonna upload it.
Yeah, I'm gonna upload this.
Yo, I haven't watched JJK, so I'm trying to remember all of
Same.
it. Some parts are just at random, but
I've seen like
Yeah.
clips and like so I've spoiled enough for me to know
I need the ones that we
what happens. And I've read parts of the manga.
yeah, there's no Bara Megami. They're basically the trio.
So all of his friends die.
We're talking about season 1.
We're going back to season. Well, we already started season 2.
Nah, just season 1. Okay. So ignore everything we said about season 2. You know, forget everything that has to do with Shibuya and all that. Forget it. Special grades, all that.
I don't know how season 1.
Basically, in season 1, basically it's Toto. It's Toto and Yuji. You know, they become a duo.
And Nanami. Oh my glorious King Nanami. Also.
Yeah, we don't get to
The
Nanami
Blaze,
until
but, like,
later. What's good? Basically what? And then they're just basically Toto and Yuji, you know, they're fighting and they use the Black Flash method on Hanami. And they're fighting it because, you know,
It's
there's
like
barely
a
anything.
he's like a new special. He's like a baby special. Grade.
Yeah.
So he's still getting used to his powers. And before he dies, Jogo comes, saves him, and then they start bolting. By the way, Yuji's the current longest Black Flash user. And to use Black Flash, it's like negative emotions. You bundle up your negative emotions and like put it in a punch.
I don't really.
I forgot how Black, because they explain. I know this is like they explain it in the manga, which might be season 3, season 4, which is not animated.
No, I'm pretty sure they explained it. He hasn't really watched it. I've watched season 1.
I've watched enough spoilers for season 2 at least. Sadly,
I don't know about season 1 for you, but yeah. Black Flash is basically where it's like in the moment.
Yeah, honestly.
It's like when you're in the moment and you're able to do it.
And for those JJK fans, or for those who've heard of Gojo, though he's like, you know, the strongest character before Sukuna gets full power, at least. He himself can't do that many Black Flashes, because Black Flashes, like David said, is a spur of the moment attack that you can't do, but like you can't summon when you want to. It happens randomly. And for Yuji can do it consecutively, which is
No, it's not that. It's because since Gojo's like the strongest and he can like, you know,
anything.
just like that, his fights don't last long enough to the point where he can hit a Black Flash.
True.
So that's why he never does it. So that's why when he was fighting Sukuna, you know, he was able to hit Black Flashes on him because the fight lasted way longer than any usual.
Honestly.
That's why that's why Gojo like doesn't really do Black Flashes because his fights don't even last that long.
I want to
So he
explain
can do it.
Utah. Wait, what is that guy? I forgot that curse that like, you know, took over Yuji's mom. You know, the one that took over Geto.
What? Kenjaku?
Yeah, Kenjaku. So Kenjaku is also important. That it's like important throughout season 1 and 2, because he takes. So he's a curse that found a way to.
He was like there in the era where Sukuna was.
Yeah, he was. So
And
he was like
You
a.
guys aren't in costume yet.
We will soon.
Yeah, we will be in costume soon.
But he was like a curse that.
I'm starting less than an hour.
I know.
I know. We will get this. But he was a curse user that found a way to transport, like, who could control his conscience and transport his conscience to other people to control them. So once he takes over a person, they are not themselves anymore. He's like living multiple lives through different people.
And he still has the memories too.
Exactly, which is an important thing.
I think. I don't know.
He takes over Yuji's mom, and he finds Sukuna's finger, and somehow manages to imbue it in Yuji. Because Yuji is kind of like the twin of Sukuna, and has Sukuna's finger, and he is Sukuna's finger, quite literally.
I don't really know. I haven't read the manga like that. I just watched season 1 and 2. So we don't don't trust us, like, to be honest.
Yeah,
We're just yapping at this point. But Yuji's mom is just, you know, there.
Yeah, Yuji's mom, you know, she gets taken over by Kenjaku.
And meets Yuji's dad. And basically, Yuji and Sukuna are basically related.
Oh yeah, 49 batteries.
Because his grandfather is basically the twin of Sukuna. And it was Sukuna's like the undead twin.
Yeah, because he ate his brother in the womb.
Yeah, he ate his brother in the womb.
That's how evil he was.
Yeah, Sukuna was on. Sukuna had no remorse, bro. But yeah, basically Kenjaku. Yeah,
He
it was all this plan. It was his entire plan for Yuji to be born, so Sukuna could be brought back.
Yeah,
It was
he
his
wanted
entire
Sukuna.
plan.
No, it did work against Kenjaku in the end. Because
Yeah, it did work.
It did work, but then because there's a like curse user that's like Gojo's apprentice called Yuta.
Yep, Yuta
And he's
Kotsu.
like very, 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 very far related cousin of Gojo.
Yep.
And he has his childhood best friend, who he ends up marrying, she dies in a car accident.
No, we're good.
But she dies in a car accident, and
Line up for your one fry.
thank you.
Oh my gosh.
But she dies.
In costume.
We're not in costume.
Brandon.
She dies in.
Right, everybody that isn't in costume, here, one fry.
I don't like one fry.
Thank you.
She dies in a car accident, becomes a curse, but it's like with Yuji all the time. So she's like a very she's like his.
Yuta put the curse on Rika.
Get out of costume.
Did you watch the movie?
I haven't watched.
Bro, it's on Netflix, bro.
I know, but do you watch it after season 1 or like?
No, JJK 0 is before season 1. Yeah, it's literally like the origin.
No, you don't.
Because in JJK Zero, because JJK Zero is way before Yuji was there. That's why we don't see them. That's why we don't see Megumi or Nobara. We just see we see Maki, Panda, Inumaki, and Yuta. Yeah, Inumaki's fire. Yeah, that's awesome. What else? Yuta,
So he marries his cursed childhood best friend, who's still stuck as a minor, but she's technically of age.
I don't think we should get into that.
Yeah, just know she's legal, okay? Just know she's legal.
I don't know about that one, bro.
She kind of is.
When she died, she was like a little kid, bro.
I know, but like over the years, she's technically older than that, because kind of technically.
We're not getting into that.
Well, we're not getting onto that.
Don't listen to us. We don't.
But when she eats,
yes, we're doing a podcast.
When she eats a curse, she gets there. Okay.
All right.
But when she eats a curse, she can give that curse technique to Yuta.
Basically, Yuta can just copy technique.
And I'm gonna end this. This has been David and MK explaining JJK.
Don't post this, please.